You know what the problem is in relationships and marriages today? Is that people aren't loving, they're performing. And in their performance, they're hoping to keep the peace. They're being denied the ability to be who they are and express themselves in their truest form. That's not love. In order for you to experience love in its purest form, you have got to learn how to detach. Now, being detached does not mean that you don't have feelings, you don't have emotions. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It doesn't mean that you're mean, cold, and callous, though some people would think that because they have not done the inner work. But loving without attachment is quite the opposite. When you have the ability to love another without being attached, you actually love that person more deeply, because you're not going into the situation with any expectations or demands put on this individual. See, when you love in its pure form, you don't seek to control another. You don't seek to mold this individual into who you want them to be in order to make you feel good and comfortable within yourself. You allow that person to be who they are. And you hold space for that individual, for them to grow and evolve into the being that they have been destined to be. When you love in its purest form, you don't seek to control or possess another. Love in its pure form is not about possession or ownership. That comes from a place of fear. Fear of losing a person because you have not found yourself. You don't know who you are. And what you see in that person is actually what you should be seeing in yourself. It's there, but you haven't come to the place to tap into that part of you. Love in its purest form, it's not about reciprocation. Although at one point in time, I thought this. But when you truly love in its pure form, you give out of abundance, out of an overflow. And you're not expecting anything in return. You're just loving and giving because that's in you. That's what you are. So, in order for us to truly learn how to love in its purest form, we have got to learn how to detach. We have got to learn how to let go of trying to control the outcome through manipulation by way of fear, guilt, shame, and for some, even seduction. That's not love. So, if this is something that you want to experience, you have got to do the inner work. Or otherwise, you'll continue to go through life trying to perform in order to please people to keep the peace, while inside you're dying. Choose yourself.